Hey, welcome back to Parts Up Close. In my last video, we discussed some Timber Creek Outdoors items that had been added to our lower here. And we also discussed showing you the difference between the Timber Creek Outdoors Ambidextrous and, say, my Armaspec Ambidextrous safety. Now, the reason why I'm doing this is because some people just don't realize that there is a hell of a difference in design sometimes. And people need to be aware of it because some of these things can be ergonomic and nice, but some of these things can also not work out the way that you want them to, be overly bulky, or you might not be able to strike it with your finger because it's, say, lower in one section where you need it to be taller where you would make contact. So I'm gonna show you each up front, and then I'll show you what they look like sitting next to each other. So I want to, let you see here that this guy is pretty big and chunky, and this is the Armaspec. It comes with its own detent and spring like the Timber Creek Outdoors does, but it's a little softer and a little easier to flip. Look how thick that guy is. Now let me show you the Timber Creek Outdoors. Now you see it gets smaller on one side, which is a beautiful thing, but if you have maybe fingers that can't strike that might be an issue, may make it a little more difficult to strike. Now the reality is, if you have a gun like this, using these parts, you're not jumping out of a helicopter. So it's probably a non-issue, but at the same time, I want to make you guys aware what the differences can be. So give me 1 second here. Let's put these two side by side, legs. And let me get my hands on them. Now, here's what I want you to see. Oh, that didn't work out the way I wanted it to at all. Now, see how they differ in an extreme way, especially the long side, how thick and long the Armaspec is versus the Timber Creek Outdoors. Very much more of a flow than, a block. And you can also see there's some height differences that are very obvious. But just for the record, I just wanted to show you guys so you can see that there is a hell of a difference between some of these things. You need to take this into mind as you're trying to make your decision about what parts to get. Now, we enjoy doing stuff like this. This is actually a lot of fun for me because it's a lot of information that I wish were available when I was doing my research. So if you have anything that you would like for us to go over, please contact us at partsupclose@gmail.com or comment down below, especially if there's something that's kind of rare that you'd like to see. I'll try and pick it up. I want to thank you for your time and having taken a look at this. Appreciate your time. Have a good day. See you in the next episode.